All right. Okay, so our workshop today is called Prove It. So as always, we ask that you mute your microphone, but you don't need to. You're the only one here right now, so don't worry about this. I'm going to skip ahead. So like I said, this workshop is called Prove It. Our agenda is a welcome. We're going to do a reading tip. We'll give you some time to practice and then a reflection at the end. So why are we here doing Springboard? Your child has a goal. We learn and practice. You read and ask questions, and your child gets a reading boost. All right. So today's reading tip includes telling your idea, tell details that match your idea, and find pictures or words in the book that prove your ideas or thoughts. I'm just going to pull this up a little bit. All right. So what we want is for the reader to tell us their idea. And then we want to encourage the reader to tell more details that goes with or matches their idea. Third, and most important, is to remind the reader to find and point to a picture or words in the book that prove their thinking or learning. So we want them to tell us ideas about the book that they're reading and then show us the proof of why they have that idea. We want our children to understand the story, and this includes being able to think about the story and pointing out what in the book proves their thinking. Children can do this by pointing to words and phrases or pictures. Finding evidence is not just a reading skill, it's a life skill. All right. So this is an example of what this proving looks like. So, for example, if you asked your child in this first picture, or what, I think this is a book about a goose, and you're asking your child what you think this book is about. So you might ask them, what are you thinking about? What do you think this book is? And hearing their idea gives us information or whether or not they're understanding what is going on in the book. This can help you know if you should have them reread or continue. So as you're reading, you might ask them to tell you, like, what is going on? What do you think is going to happen in this book? Or what do you think is happening? And for kids at this age, they're probably going to use the pictures to give them that evidence. So like looking at these pictures, I'm looking at this picture of the plants. Your child might say, it is spring. The land is green. There's blue flowers that poke up from the dirt. Rain comes and fills up the pond. So that's giving you evidence that they're looking at the picture and they can tell the season. They can tell you, specifics of the colors of the page, but they can also tell you a deeper thought, like rain comes and fills up the pond. Or in this next picture of the geese walk by the pond. The baby birds are named Quack, Steck, Mack, and Webb. Webb likes to swim. So if your child was to tell you that, this is telling you that they know something about the geese and that they know the names of the geese and they know something specific, that one of them likes to swim. So here's an example of what one child notices. So the child says, I know why the book is called The Goose Who Likes to Swim. Great. Tell me more about that. That's what the adult would say. And the child says, well, Webb likes to swim, so it must be about Webb. So the child said this, and I'd like to get more details on that thinking. You might ask the child to give you Oh, I'm sorry. I understand. So the child said, I know why the book is called The Goose Who Likes to Swim. And the adult said, tell me more about that. So asking the kids more. So honestly, like in the classroom, we use this all the time when our kids tell us anything about a book or an activity. They'll kind of give us a sentence and we want them to give us more. It's expanding their vocabulary and it's expanding their reading skills. So tell me more about that. And then in this example, the child did give more. It also helps you to see what your child is noticing in the story and in some cases misunderstanding. So for example, if your child says, I think the geese are going to fly away for the winter, asking for details will help you see where your child got off track, because so far we haven't learned anything that said geese fly away for the winter. Then you can reread that page or say something like, let's get closer at this part. I'll read and let's talk about it. All right, so here's the next example. So the adult said, can you prove it to me? Can you show me in the book where you got that idea? And the child says, it says that Webb likes to swim right here in this sentence. And the adult says, I wonder which baby goose is Webb. I wonder if he will swim in that pond. Let's keep reading. Asking your child to prove it with pictures or words from the story can help them get back on track. So again, with kids at this age in kindergarten, they're more likely using pictures to give us evidence of what they're seeing. So, you know, asking them in the pictures, what tells you tells you that Webb likes to swim? Well, maybe Webb is swimming. That's in the picture. So just being able to use that evidence to help broaden their ideas. All right, so that's the tip. Does that make sense, or do you want me to model another one?
No, that makes sense.
Are you sure? Sorry, I feel like I didn't do a good job at explaining this today.
No, I got it.
Yeah, it's a little bit challenging sometimes when these workshops are designed for kids a little bit older.
Yeah.
So, you know, our kids aren't yet at this point yet. So they're still using the pictures and, you know, like especially Ariel, he's starting to pick up on those sight words. I know recently after school, we were reading a book, The Big Cat. And, you know, it was just by sight words, by sight, knowing the word, but he was able to start reading those pages and, you know, he was able to give evidence. Oh, it says right here, the big cat is dancing or whatever the page said.
Yeah, like we just finished doing his homework and he was able to read all the words from he had to like, I'll show you. Oh, I don't even have my camera on. See, I don't know if you can see me. Let's see.
Yep, I see you.
All right, so he had to guess like by the word.
Yep.
And he was able to read all the words that were there.
That's awesome.
Like he got all the words right.
That's great. So did he just look at it and know what it said, or was he sounding the words out?
He was sounding it out, but it didn't take him long. Like it wasn't like he was struggling. He sounded out and then he said it right away.
That's awesome though. That's like, that's really him starting to read, sounding out each letter and forming words. That's a huge.
Yeah, I was really surprised because he got a good memory. And the thing is, sometimes when we read, he'll memorize the sentence. Oh, but really? When I ask him on another page, the word that he just read, he didn't know it before. So I was really surprised he was able to read it by himself because he has a good memory. Yep. Like I'll read it, he'll tell me exactly what I said. He'll say like he's reading it. Yep. But then he's actually now doing better with the words.
Good. That's awesome. That's great. So do you have any questions or concerns or?
No, I mean, I think he's, apart from his behavior, I think he's doing pretty good.
Yeah. And I mean, you know, we really only have them for 40 or an hour after school, but he's pretty you know, and it's a small group. There's only 5 of them, but you know, sometimes it takes all of them a couple of times to me say like, come on, let's sit down. But they're on a sleep. He's pretty well behaved after school, I will say.
Yeah, he didn't go. Today we got confused. This morning when I totally forgot. And when I dropped him off, I always got to remind him, oh, you go in the bus today. So because I told him that he goes in the bus, he did not want to stay.
Yes.
He told the teacher, no, my mom said to go on the bus, but is that I got confused.
I know. It honestly, it was fine though, because I only ended up having 2 in my group. So we just kind of did a review day anyway. So he didn't miss too much.
Yeah, and then he missed Monday too, because he got his vaccine. Did he miss Monday?
No, he was there Monday.
Oh, sorry. It was my daughter missed dance class.
Oh,
I got a little twisted.
No problem. No, yeah, I was happy he was there Monday.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on.
No problem.
So we don't have it tomorrow because
it was today.
Yeah. Yep. But we do.
So next week is the last day, right?
Yeah. Yep. So we have it Monday and Thursday, and then at 4 o'clock on Thursday we have a little celebration.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So we'll see you then.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Thanks so much.
No problem.